why is Israel attacking Iran? Well, the fact of the matter is it has a lot more to do with politics than it has to do with any real present danger to Israel from Iran. So let me explain. This is really about Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel. This isn't to say that Iran doesn't pose a danger to Israel, that they don't have like real problems with Israel and could be a danger to Israel if they had a bomb. The point is that the reality of the matter is they're still years out from having one. And even if they did have one, it would act more as a deterrent than something that they could just drop to try to wipe Israel off the face of the earth, because the fact of the matter is, as soon as they launched anything, they would be wiped off the face of the earth by Israel and by the United States. So it can't be that. It can't be that Israel found out, oh, they're right on the cusp of having a bomb any second now, and they're going to destroy us all. It's not that. We know that it's not that. The math just doesn't work out. Now, granted, Israel has reasons why they don't want them to have it as a deterrent, because if they have it as a deterrent, well, Israel loses significant power in the region. Right now, they have the bomb, Iran doesn't, so that means that Iran has to capitulate to Israel in ways that Iran doesn't want to. If they also had one and had that deterrent, well, now things would be different. But that is a different problem. That's not where we are right now. Israel is attacking Iran. So why? Well, the politics of the matter is that Benjamin Netanyahu is in tremendous both political and legal danger. And he's under numerous indictments. He's actually in court right now, right? Like he's actually in court defending himself and could be found guilty of crimes that could land him in prison for like 10 years. So as long as he has a war going on, he's in a slightly better position, right? This is true of any politician. People are far less likely to remove someone from office, at which point they become even more legally vulnerable, right? Because they don't have the office to protect them. And that's true kind of across the spectrum for any president or country, right? We don't want to remove you if we're in war right now. So as long as there's some sort of war going on, Netanyahu is a bit safer from his legal troubles. But there's two big things that have made it really precarious for him. One, the United States is really pushing him to wrap up the war with Gaza. So as soon as that ends, and it's already pretty unpopular with his people, and he's becoming increasingly more unpopular in Israel, as soon as that wraps up, well, then there's even less reason for him to stay, and there becomes far more likelihood that he would be removed as prime minister. At which point, these, legal walls will close in on him immediately. So there's that. But then there's also the fact that his government is already starting to fray and fall apart. The hardliners there are starting to get more and more inclined towards telling him, we're going to leave unless you do X, Y, or Z. There's all of this kind of political infighting that has to do with which groups get exemptions from having to fight in the military, ironically enough. And so some groups are getting mad that others are getting exemptions and they're not, and so on and so forth. The long and short of it is his government is about to collapse at any given moment. And what's one of the best ways to kind of get everyone back together on the same page? Well, a war with a common enemy, and a war with someone that they really feel like is a danger to them and someone that they really dislike. And that would be Iran. So by doing this, not only does he help create kind of a rally around the flag effect, right? Everyone goes, okay, we were in danger from Iran, let's get together and put our differences aside. But also, it appeases the far right that always pretty much want them to be engaging in preemptive strikes against Iran in the first place, right? There's a whole bunch of people in the far right in Israel who are like, listen, we don't want to wait for them to have it. We want to go in and we want to do it right now. And so those were some of the same people that were threatening to leave the government, i.e. causing it to kind of collapse. So by doing this, he now is in a position where he gets to say, look, I'm giving you what you want. We're going after Iran, right? And they are a little bit happier. The tragedy of all of this is the very fact that what we can see happening here is that around the world, we are starting to return to engaging in military action based on what particular individual leaders want to do, rather than based on things like, oh, here's a group of people that need protection. Here's a real geopolitical problem like nationwide. It's really becoming about personalities, right? It's really about this idea that this person wants this thing, or they themselves want to stay out of prison. And so they're going to engage in this kind of warfare. And that is a real backtracking from a fair amount of peace that we've had after World War II. Okay, so those are my thoughts on that. Let me know if I'm getting something wrong, what I'm missing, what I'm getting right. Pop it in there in the comments. It's always great to talk with you all. If you found this interesting or valuable, please do like, please subscribe. It's a big help to me. Share it with 2-3 other people. And with that, I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much, and have a wonderful day.